Harry went from the people's favorite to a mere puppet on strings. These are 10 signs that show Prince Harry may be suffering from narcissistic abuse at the hands of Meghan. Just wait until number 6, because that one confirms everything we need to know about Meghan's narcissistic attitude toward Harry. One of the biggest red flags of narcissistic abuse is isolation, and this is written all over Harry. He went from being one of the closest royals, adored and loved by his brother, and always seen at family functions looking genuinely happy, to cutting himself off completely once he got married. Meghan made sure he burned all those bridges, whether with his dad, his brother, or even lifelong friends. She even ensured that many of his old friends weren't invited to their royal wedding. This is exactly how narcissists behave. They strip away your entire support system so that you're forced to lean only on them.
And he's abandoned family, country, and all his friends to be with this woman. He'll want to go home.
All right, a bold prediction for the year ahead.
Prince Harry was once the cheeky royal, the fun-loving one who was always smiling, making jokes, and ready to support others. He had a light in him that people admired. But now, he looks tense, drained, and constantly on edge. It feels like he's walking on eggshells every time we see him. This type of dramatic shift doesn't happen overnight by accident. It happens because someone is living under the emotional control of a partner. When you're trapped in a toxic relationship, your spark slowly fades. And that's exactly what we've seen happen to Harry. Just watch Harry's body language in interviews. He sits stiffly, avoids too much eye contact, and never looks settled when Meghan is around. Sometimes, he even glances at her as if waiting for her approval before he speaks.
The way that I saw it was, there is a way of doing things, but for us, for this union and the specifics around her race.
That's classic walking on eggshells behavior. Narcissistic partners condition their victims to second-guess everything they say because one wrong word could trigger chaos behind closed doors. This one is shocking. Harry has always loved his family. Everyone knew it.
I love my father, I love my brother, I love my family. I always do. Nothing of what I've done in this book or otherwise has ever been to any intention to harm them or hurt them.
Yet now, he openly criticizes them in interviews and in his memoir, Spare, where he attacked them repeatedly.
Where, again, going back to the relationship between certain members of the family and the tabloid press, those certain members have decided to get into bed with the devil, right? To rehabilitate their image.
Yeah.
That kind of extreme turnaround doesn't just happen naturally. It's a hallmark of narcissistic influence. Abusers are experts at rewriting your history and convincing you that the people who truly love you are actually your enemies. We don't even need words for this one. Just look at Harry's recent photos. His eyes have lost their spark. They look tired, heavy, and almost lifeless. Victims of narcissistic abuse often appear drained because the emotional roller coaster never stops. They live in a constant state of invisible battles, and the toll it takes is written all over Harry's face. The carefree grin of the People's Prince has faded into a hollow stare. His once confident posture now looks slouched, guarded, and uneasy. The man who once embodied freedom and rebellion seems chained, not by duty, but by manipulation. And perhaps the saddest part, the whole world can see it, but Harry himself cannot. In interviews, Meghan dominates the conversation, while Harry, who should be the one leading at times, sits quietly, nodding, or looking down. When he does speak, it's short, hesitant, and often feels rehearsed.
I've done there, and now it's time to, as you said, work as a team with you.
It's like he doesn't trust himself to say the right thing for fear of upsetting her. That's a major sign of someone who's lost his voice, a clear symptom of narcissistic abuse. the shift is glaring. This was once the bold royal who defied palace rules, served in combat zones, and spoke his mind without hesitation. Now, he comes across as a man walking on eggshells, shrinking into the background while his every word feels controlled. The passion, the humor, even the spark that made him so relatable to the public all seem muted. You can almost see it in the way he glances at her before answering, as if seeking silent approval. That's not partnership, that's conditioning. And over time, it erodes a person's confidence until they're no longer leading their own story, but simply playing the role someone else has written for them. This one is perhaps the most painful of all. Harry was once the people's prince, admired for his charm, relatability, and authenticity. But now, he looks like nothing more than Meghan's shadow. Narcissistic abuse does exactly that. It erases your individuality until your entire identity revolves around the abuser. Harry no longer looks like himself, and that's the saddest transformation of all. Harry once had a whole life in the UK, family, military connections, friends, and traditions that grounded him. Now, he's across the ocean, far from the very people who could talk sense into him.
What does he do? What does he do in America? What does he do all day there? I mean, we saw a bit of show where he feeds his chickens, but what else? I mean, you know, it's Meghan. It's all Meghan on television, Meghan cooking, and Meghan making jam. I mean, Harry seems to be doing nothing over there.
This is exactly how narcissists operate. They thrive when their victims are isolated because isolation makes them easier to control. It's no coincidence that Harry's entire world now revolves around Meghan and Meghan alone. One striking sign of abuse is that the victim often protects their abuser. Harry consistently defends Meghan, even against his own family. Yet, Meghan rarely, if ever, returns the favor by publicly defending Harry.
Harry was angry with us, really, because some of the things that have been said about Meghan, and quite rightly, some of the things that were said about Meghan during the engagement were pretty harsh. I want to sort of mention them now, but some of them were pretty unfair as well. And so he was angry, and I felt, you know, we were punished for that. And
this dynamic is common in emotionally abusive relationships. The victim shields the abuser, often out of fear or conditioning. Harry also changed the way he used to treat people. He became rude and harsh to everyone beside Meghan. His staff members revealed that after marrying Meghan, Harry became hostile towards them and also stopped chatting with them like he used to.
I don't expect anybody to feel sympathy, but it was a bit weird compared to the Harry that I knew from previous trips. It was quite hostile, and certainly no chats, off-the-record chats.
Harry has admitted to being in therapy, but it's still unclear why he needs it so extensively. He now has multiple emotional support dogs, suggesting he is battling serious emotional struggles.
Prince Harry has laid bare once again his trauma conforming as a royal. The Duke of Sussex's latest candid confessions were beamed live over the internet as he sat down with a therapist who offered his own diagnosis.
Commentators believe he may be dealing with PTSD, anxiety, or depression, possibly worsened by his isolation. While Harry has always carried the pain of losing his mother, he never showed this level of fragility until after his marriage. Long-term isolation and manipulation can intensify mental health struggles, sometimes even leading to paranoia or suicidal thoughts. And unfortunately, Harry's behavior has shown signs of this. There you have it, 10 signs that strongly suggest Prince Harry might be suffering from narcissistic abuse at the hands of his wife. Which of these signs shocked you the most? Or is there one you've noticed that we didn't include? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.